In this video, I'll show you how to use CoCalc to write Python and C++ programs for homework without leaving the browser, and you won't have to install anything. I'm going to assume you already have a CoCalc project and a CoCalc homework assignment that your instructor has provided. Let's enter our project. When you go into a project, you see a bunch of files and folders. Well, here we just have one folder for the assignment our instructor has given us. CoCalc assignments usually work this way. An assignment corresponds to the folder. Inside that folder, there are some instructions, like you see here, and we'll be expected to leave some files in this folder for the instructor to collect later. Let's take a look at the instructions. We'll create a whole Hello World programs in both Python and C++ and run them from within CoCalc. Sounds pretty good. Whenever you open a file like this, you see this same editor interface. There are some special file types that have editors that look a little different, but all the files we create in this video will have editors that look just like this one. Let's go back to the Files pane. To create a new file, we can use the New button. I don't want to use this default file name, so I'll erase it and type something a little more sensible. Now we can see from the tabs that we're in our hello world.py script. Let's make the text a little bigger. And we'll do a simple hello world program, right? Doesn't have to be complicated. There it is. We'll save our file. Now to run it, we'll use the split screen button here on the right edge of the screen. When I click it, the first thing I see is just a second editor, which I don't really want. I want to change this right pane to a terminal pane. Let's make the text a little bigger. What you see here is called a command line prompt. It has a few parts. The first part of the command line prompt is our current working directory. The tilde symbol, which I sometimes call twiddle in the context of computing, tells us we are starting from a subdirectory of our home directory. The twiddle stands for our top-level home directory. We're in the homework01 subdirectory of home. The $sign is called the prompt. It just tells us the system is ready for our input. To run our script, we type the name of the Python interpreter, that's Python 3, and then the name of our script. It's pretty simple. This shell window will complete file names for you if you hit tab, so I didn't have to type the whole thing. And there's the output of our script. Pretty simple. If this is our homework assignment, then we're done with this file, and we just need to leave it here for our instructor to collect later. Let's go ahead and finish the assignment by writing the C++ program. We can go back to the Files pane, or we can use the New button and create a new file from right here. I'll do the same thing, giving it a sensible name with a CPP extension. And up comes the editor. It looks the same as before. The editor doesn't really know the difference between your different file types, but it can highlight them and apply syntax coloring in nice ways. Let's write a simple Hello World program in C++. And that about does it. There we go, our complete C++ program. I'm going to check for typos. This looks good. So let's split the window like we did before. We can use the drop-down window the same way to get to the command line interface. There's one extra step for C++, which of course you probably know if you've come to this video to write a C++ program. Your instructor may have some opinions about the ways you should compile. I'm just going to do the simplest possible thing. But I will rename the output to Hello World from the default a.out. So there's our compilation command. G++ program will compile our source code into an executable file called Hello World. Let's quickly return to the Files pane just to see everything that's been created so far. We see the instructions file that we started with, the Python script that we wrote at first, the Hello World C++ program that we just were looking at, and the executable file that our compiler has created. To run this, let's return to the C++ file, since we already have a terminal open here. To run our C++ program, we need a little bit more than just the file name. We need two characters, // Then we can type hello world. And when we hit enter, we see the output of our script. That's it. Thanks for watching.